Hey guys, quick live here. Free course on 10 unconventional cold email outreach tip. So I've been doing cold email for the past 7 years. I have one of the biggest and baddest cold email outreach agency called Top Leads and a bunch of sub branches like healthtech.outreach.com, agency.com, sastronomic.com. I've sent over 5 million, 5 to 10 million emails actually in the last couple of years. Booked over 10,000 emails for my 10,000 meetings for myself and my clients. So well positioned to give you a couple of tips here. I won't talk about the classic Apollo SendGrid name cheap hosting and email box setup of mine, but I will give you 10 unconventional tips. So this is probably for people that are intermediate and advanced in the field. A couple of tips for you is going to be 10. So the first one is pattern interrupting headlines. I try to use less than 3 words for my headlines. I don't personalize my headlines that much, but I will go for shockers. Usually, I will write less than 3 words, and these words will be like not capitalized. And these words are carefully chosen. Most of them will appeal to emotion. Some examples, right? So let's say that I'm sending an email to doctors, right? Can be something with like more appointments in their case, because appointment will be a keyword to them that will mean like, oh, clients. You might think that it's even an appointment for a client, or canceled appointments with an interrogation point. So go unconventional. Do not use like typical sales slang, right? Go out of the molds. That is the first step when it comes to headlines, because that will be the reason why someone will actually open an email of yours or will just skip it, like most people actually do. This one justifies my 60% plus open rates, right? The second one is using emotional triggers. I love pain points. Probably 60 to 70% of my emails nowadays are on pain point. Everyone sells positivity nowadays. Hey, get a bunch of meetings, right? But no one will tell you like avoid bankruptcy, right? So yeah, I tend to play on pain points and people's emotional baggages, and I have I dove deep into storytelling lately, and trying to give people a nice story to believe. So that's how humans reason, with stories. That's how we were brought up as a tribe. That's how we evolved, right? That's how we reason. That's how we make connections as humans. So try to involve storytelling in there. So emotional triggers, the second tip. The third one is micro trust building. I talked about that yesterday. So try to have a very easy offer to accept, which is not a meeting usually. One that's obviously well working for me is podcast, right? It's free, but it could be a lead magnet, right? Don't even ask them to sign up somewhere. That's also like a big commitment for most people, especially if they value their privacy. So give them something for free. And yeah, some shortcut to this is straight up adding value to people in your email, right? Like giving them 3 tips on how to grow 10x in less than 3 months, for example. The fourth point is, quantity over quality approach. So yeah, that's quite controversial, but in my scientific world, it isn't. It just send a shitload of emails, because else it won't make scientific sense. The results that you'll get, right? You want to have multiple campaigns and a lot of emails going out, and you'll have data points at some specific time, right? You want to take these concludes, right, after analyzing what happened, and grow in your thesis, in your hypothesis, in your next hypothesis that you're going to test out. So that's how you reach goal. The long game strategy, yeah, that one is very much not trying to go for the shortcut and be like, hey, let's do business right now, but just taking care of your prospects and also following up with them quite a lot. I also spoke about that in my mental models free course that I gave you yesterday. Personalizing at scale, yeah, I use AI outreach tool, but sometimes just mentioning their vertical, their industry, their ICPs, right, their ideal customer persona, so who they target in my case, because that's what I help them reach. Like simple personalization still works, right? A lot of people go fancy in AI, but they should just keep it to basics. So, unconventional offers the seventh tip. Conventional offers, I mean, lately I've been subscribing people to newsletters from cold emails, right? That is not your common offer. That's not like a common cold email. All the cold emails nowadays are about booking a meeting with someone. Yeah, let's book a call. Let's have a demo. Let's have a discovery call. Doesn't work. People are tired of that. As soon as you look similar to the others, you've lost the game. So in your cold outreach, try to offer them something drastically different, right? And the best offer is obviously related to your product. So I told you about the podcast one, right? Well, I invite people to podcasts, and guess what? I offer them my podcast services. So directly linked to what I do. I cold email people, offering them cold email services. That works, right? So align your offer with your product and go unconventional. The eighth tip is to leverage current trends. So you just have to search on Google News about what's happening, or ask ChatGPT or Claude what's up in the news, and you link it back to your email, right? So Trump elections, for example, as I'm filming this right now, when it was COVID, talking about the hardships of COVID. Nowadays, it's a stimulus check. Withdrawal, right? So talk about current events, especially in your industry, and link back your email and your call to action to that. Controversy always work. That's the tip number 9. Like no one ever made money by being politically correct and being nice and polite. You need to spice things up. That doesn't mean to seed falsehoods everywhere like a lot of people are doing nowadays, but just take one contrarian truth and put it up. If you are sure that this is the truth and this is right, then there's no shame in putting it up. That doesn't mean to swear in your headlines. I've tried that. People don't like that typically. But yeah, like go contrarian and try to not offend people, but get them out of their box shaped thinking machines. That is their brain, right? A lot of people, they don't want to get out of their comfort zones. You just highlight a reality, something that might be hurting their business, put it as a headline, and loop it back to you, and you'll be surprised of how many responses you'll get. The last one is, yeah, unconventional metrics. So yeah, reply rate is way more important than open rates. Like a bunch of people in the industry know that. Even tracking open rates will get you in the spam nowadays. So yeah, track reply rates instead when analyzing for stuff. I'm not necessarily a proponent of always using your gut to make decisions, but in my case, after reviewing all the metrics and having such a scale when it comes to email, I just love asking my gut some questions nowadays, brainstorming these insights with my clients and or ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok, and eventually make conclusions, right? Um, so it's more than metrics, more than just like looking at the open rates, right? Oh, I had these open rates of like 85% and these reply rates of 18%. It's better to just, yeah. And by the way, you can calculate these fairly easily. Let's say that you're sending 1,000 emails per day. Are you getting 10-ish replies, just 1%, right? So yeah, just launch stuff up. talk to your ICP, your ideal customer persona, your clients, and get more ideas and test out more of these ideas. And eventually you'll reach goal, product market fit. So this was a short video. I'm going to head in my sauna now. Hope that you liked it. Yeah, I'll keep doing these free master classes. This one was on cold emails, was way shorter than I thought it would be. And yeah, guys, let's keep touch, y'all, and give me